G'day there, ladies and gents of the internet. I am the Braveheart Aussie and welcome to a journey in world building. So far we've completed the foundational elements of our world building project, selecting the genre and establishing the pillars of our post-apocalyptic science fiction universe, called the Dark Diaspora. This time we are commencing the first of what will be a series of videos exploring the concepts of our new universe. First, before we start, let's discuss what I mean by concepts and how they differ to that of settings. Differentiating between these two elements of our universe is actually more challenging than one would initially think, because ultimately both represent something of a spectrum. When comparing either ends of the spectrum though, the differences are pretty clear. For example, a specific planet, space station or ship might be a setting, while the method of faster than light travel and its risks and consequences might be a concept. But what happens when we discuss, say for example, Earth in the time of our universe, and how it became a post-apocalyptic wasteland? Spoilers, it is. Is this a concept or a setting? Well, the answer is both. It's both a setting within our universe as well as a foundational concept of universal history. And this is actually at the heart of our world building adventure, combining original concepts with unique stories and settings to forge a universe entirely of our own. So for this and other concept videos, I will do my best for the most part to avoid the specifics of individual settings within our universe, but take this as something of a disclaimer that some references to settings are just unavoidable. Now, with that left confusingly convoluted, let's start from the beginning, or actually from before the beginning. The first concept of our universe is that Earth is a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It has been rendered uninhabitable by some past event at the time of our universe, and it now remains sparsely, if not completely, depopulated. This is far from a new concept. The most recent example in literature or gaming I can think of is that of Starfield, which assumes some similar type of cataclysm and associated depopulation of Earth. However, the destruction of Earth is critical to our universe as it facilitates two key elements. One, it provides the basis for the post-apocalyptic subgenre that's realized either directly on the Earth setting or indirectly as part of the wider human diaspora. And two, it establishes the urgency for the rapid dispersal of humans across a violent and unforgiving universe that results in outcomes that a more intentional or cautious or careful exploration and colonization program would have potentially avoided. To this effect, I want Earth to be officially depopulated, but unofficially, remaining survivors would be subject to deprivation, illness, mutation, and conflict with irradiated horrors. So the next question is how Earth was destroyed. Here I want to draw on some classics of literature and sort of mash them together. I want to convey in our universe the concept that humanity is naturally resilient and adaptive, so the idea that Earth was destroyed by a single catastrophe would run counter to this. Instead, I want one catastrophe to trigger a second. In the Dark Diaspora universe, Earth in the late 21st century will have been subject to almost 30 years of extended global war and conflict, ending in a general nuclear exchange. I've decided to call this the War of Cataclysm. Much of Earth is a nuclear wasteland and natural biosphere is teetering on the edge of total and widespread collapse. And then we experience an extinction-level meteor impact. The idea is that war has degraded our capacity to identify and respond to this impending threat, which then puts Earth into an extended post-impact winter, killing off pretty much everything. Only a few pockets of small communities around the world, totaling maybe 10 million people, survive. So that's how Earth dies, and humanity just, by the skin of our teeth, survives. But Earth is now dead, so we have to leave, or else we will go 100% extinct. And this leads me to the first introduction of the technology of faster than light travel. I don't want to go into too many details here at this stage, just that by having a 30-year war and associated military research has resulted in a necessary discovery, but that it's too late for that information to be used in the war itself. It now, however, proves something of a boon for the remnants of humanity who use it to get off Earth and to travel across the galaxy. The final question is, when did Earth die relative to the main sequence of the Dark Diaspora universe? I'm thinking that the universe is like 500 to 600 years post-Earth. We might play around with this as we progress, and I also haven't decided whether FTL has any impacts in terms of time dilation for the people travelling, but at this stage I'm thinking not. The reason is I don't want to confuse the narrative too much, given I have ideas about how FTL travel affects people inside the ships and pods from a mental health or sanity perspective, and we'll explore that next time. So I think that's it. Earth is dead, desolated, irradiated and depopulated. The remnants of humanity have escaped into the wider galaxy with new FTL technologies, not realising that their destinations are full of unimaginable horrors and that the very act of travelling through space and the galaxy is dangerous. And this affords us the historical context for the galaxy-wide diaspora of humanity across potentially thousands of worlds, set hundreds of years after the fall of Earth. And I think this is going to make the perfect subject for our very first lore video. I've decided to create a separate playlist on this channel called the Dark Diaspora Universe. This playlist, linked below, will be home to a series of more narrative-based videos describing aspects of our universe as we build them. And these will include professional voice actors who will be helped to bring our world-building project to life. So, go and check out the first of our lore videos that is partnered with this one, which should be released at the same time. Comments and suggestions, as always, are most welcome, and I hope you really enjoy it. But thank you again for all the support. I hope you all have a great day, and may the journey continue. Hey!